Hi there, Virgos. Happy birthday to all of you celebrating that special day this week. In fact, it's a very important week for those of you celebrating your birthday. If your birthday falls within a day on either side of September 16, the eclipse in Pisces, the full moon lunar eclipse, could indicate that the next 12 months will mark an important event in your life. This is still an intense week. Mars is making a difficult square to both the Pisces eclipse and the moon, which is really going to fire up your opposite sign of Pisces, your seventh house of relationships, one-on-one, how you handle each and every person in your, atmosphere, in your playpen, in a one-on-one situation. The biggest celestial events this week are a Sun-Mercury merger in Virgo, a Mars-Uranus trine, and a lunar eclipse. So that's a lot for 1 week. On Monday, September 12, the Sun makes its third inferior conjunction with Mercury, who is retrograde through the 22nd. Every inferior conjunction between the Sun and Mercury asks us to look back at past issues. But this time, Mercury is retrograding in Virgo, which means it's time to clean house around job issues and take a moment to review your healthcare plan and make sure that everything's up to date, that you're up to date with payments, that if you've got kids, they're up to date with all of their shots and all this business that kids seem to have, and there's always great debate about. And make sure that even your dog, cat, are up to date with their shots as well. Now, with the lunar eclipse in Pisces, as I've already said, it's a very powerful day, the 16th. And so if it's a time when it's your birthday or your partner's birthday, it's really important that you mark the occasion, despite the fact that Mercury is in the grips of its retrograde. The full moon would normally be one of love and peace, but because Mars is dilly-dallying along in there, Mars, the planet of energy, it signals overly forceful and even destructive behaviors that can indicate an increase in hostilities at home or abroad. So unfortunately, it could indicate some sort of, terrorist alarm. Obviously, I'm not even going to say anything more, but just something that could happen where ISIS or whoever once again, rears up and releases another video or something, does something that makes us all realize just how tentative it is these days to pretty much do anything and go anywhere, and that all we can do is just keep on keeping on. The only bright spot is that the Sun, Moon, and Mars are all in flexible zodiac signs, famous for their ability to adapt and adjust, and you're one of those signs, Virgos. The Mars-Uranus fire trine on Saturday, September 17, can help you do just that, with a power drive focusing on exploring new possibilities. The creativity and originality of this trine makes it a time when you could be pleasantly surprised if you decide to go for it and take a risk. Once again, happy birthday, and really focus on Mercury moving forward and all that good stuff, because it's not here for much longer. Thank the universe. Thanks so much, Virgos. I'll speak to you soon.